guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, and this is the last book in the Hunger Games trilogy. Anyways, yeah, let's just get started. First off with the summary. I can't really give too much in the non-spoiler summary because I can't really go into super in-depth detail without being spoilery, so yeah, anyways, let's just give this a stab. The book opens with Katniss, and she's now the face or the leader of the new rebellion in District 13. And they're basically planning to overthrow the Capitol and dethrone President Snow. But this is even more deadly than the Hunger Games, because this time Katniss is not only responsible for her own life, but she's also responsible for countless other lives. Those that live in District 13, her mother, her sister, PETA, tons of other people are depending on her for their survival. Katniss needs to put aside her own feelings because she can't get too personally attached to anybody. Katniss needs to put aside her own personal feelings in order to be the strong and invincible leader that the district needs. Will they be able to overthrow the Capitol and take back their freedom? Will they be able to stop the brutal Hunger Games from ever happening again? Or will Katniss's own emotions take control and put them all on a course inevitably headed for disaster? You'll have to find out. So yeah, I know that was super duper short, but yeah, that's all I could say without giving away spoilers. So yeah, let's move on to the spoiler summary. Those of you who still want non-spoilers, again, go to the description and click on the timestamp there, and it'll take you forwards back to where there are no spoilers. So yeah, anyways, moving on with the spoiler summary. Okay, so basically, here's how it is right now. Katniss is, again, supposed to be the Mockingjay, or the leader of the District 13 rebellion, and Katniss eventually comes to terms with the fact that she actually does love PETA, not Gale, unfortunately. So basically, right now PETA is in the hands of the Capitol, and he's being like tortured and stuff, and they're trying to turn him against Katniss. Eventually, when they get PETA back, he has so much negative emotions associated with Katniss now that he like absolutely hates her, and he thinks that she's just an evil person. And so they have to slowly work at rehabilitating his mind and just trying to associate better emotions with Katniss that is being rehabilitated. The leaders of the rebellion, namely, let's see, we have President Coin, who is kind of the overall leader of the rebellion, and then we also have Plutarch Heavensbee, which used to be the head Hunger Games maker, but it turns out he was actually for the rebels. And then we have Haymitch, of course, who's kind of the cynical, grumpy old man there that's just there to point out what's wrong with everybody's plans. So basically what they're going to do now is just go around to the districts, and ultimately their plan is to find a way to infiltrate the Capitol and kill President Snow. And obviously Katniss wants that job because President Snow has caused nothing but trouble and destruction and pain for her. And while they're trying to figure out a feasible plan to do that, which won't get everybody killed, they also film these little propos with Katniss that will air on television around the entire country of Panem, or entire continent of Panem, and also in the capital, so people know exactly how brutal things are over in District 13 and what their mission is. And so as they go to the Capitol, unfortunately, many lives are lost along the way. Katniss's faithful guard, Boggs, is dying, and Finnick also dies heroically, saving them from a bunch of, these genetically engineered animals designed to kill people by the game makers. So yeah, a lot of people die along the way. But as they reach the Capitol, they prepare to storm President Snow's mansion. And when they reach the mansion, Snow is using all these orphans as like kind of a shield. And so here, let's actually a little bit. Gale has designed some like bombs, so these like kind of parachute like bombs. And anyways, Gale is how it has always been about. He doesn't really care about the innocent lives that will be lost as long as they win. Too late, Katniss realizes that Prim, her younger sister, is attending to some of these kids, and the bombs fall, and yeah, Prim dies. Really sad. And now Katniss is like really mad at Gale because those bombs were Gale's designing. While she doesn't know if Gale officially gave the order for them to be dropped, Prim still died. So yeah, basically all that's keeping Katniss going now is President Coin's promise that she could kill Snow. Like, so Katniss will be able to kill Snow when the time comes. And so now it's time for Katniss to publicly execute President Snow. But as having a final meeting, and President Coin now suggests that instead of killing the entire capital population, which of course would never do, they have a final symbolic Hunger Games to end the Hunger Games, but instead of using people from all 12 districts, they would use capital children instead. And of course, no, because they're trying to end the Hunger Games, not have another one. Katniss votes yes because she's just so, because she votes yes for Prim, she says. And obviously she wants revenge against the capital for her sister. And Haymitch is the last deciding vote, but he decides to side with Katniss, and he says he's with the Mockingjay. And Katniss is getting ready to shoot President Snow, but at the very last moment she knows who the real enemy is, and she shoots President Coin instead. And bum bum bum! And of course the entire capital erupts into confusion, and Katniss is then swept away by the guards because of course she killed President Coin. And also President Snow dies too because he had like some lung disease where he was coughing up blood and stuff, so he died anyways. Basically Katniss is just going to live out her life in peace now because she's accomplished her role is in the war, I guess. And so eventually Peeta and Katniss, I guess, Katniss reveals that she actually does love Peeta to him, and yeah, I guess they get married and have kids and they live happily ever after. So that was the happy ending, I guess. But also ends on kind of a somber note too. But yeah, just wow. Okay, so now moving on to the morals. And welcome back, non-spoiler people, ready hopping into the worldviews. So as I have said before, Suzanne Collins is not a Christian author. There is no mention of any religion at all in Mockingjay. Apparently I heard somewhere that she was to be Roman Catholic, but I don't know that for sure, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, there is really no religion or prominent worldview here, I guess. So yeah, moving on to foul language. So there was no bad words whatsoever. There was, again, mentions of like characters cursing or swearing, not a lot, just a few. But again, no specific words were mentioned. Okay, moving on to violence. Again, this is the entire Hunger Games trilogy is very violent by nature, and there's also definitely a lot of good description of like wounds and stuff here. Katniss goes through several fires, and of course she has like burn scars and stuff, and they give some good description of that. So yeah, again, not recommended for those who are super sensitive to violence or anything, or killing. I mean, technically there's no like Hunger Games in here, so there's not, like, there's still the same amount of violence, let's put it at that. Okay then, moving on to romance. So again, there's nothing inappropriate in here per se. There were some like mild, there were some not very detailed kisses. Two characters get married and other two characters have kids eventually, but that's in like the epilogue. So basically it, again, nothing inappropriate. So yeah, moving on to alcohol. Again, Haymitch is the drunk person who likes to drink a lot. I think there wasn't actually a whole lot of alcohol in here. There's only like a few mentions. Again, Haymitch is the drunkard person. And yeah. Okay, that's it for all the morals. Moving on to my rating recommended age level. So I'm gonna rate this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed Mockingjay. The only thing that, again, keeps me from giving it a full 5 stars is the fact that Katniss just seemed like really depressed and stuff throughout the book, and she kept having like mental breakdowns and things. I think that really affected just the flow of action in here, and also the ending wasn't exactly the most satisfying here. But yeah, that's it. Other than that, I really liked it. Again, the writing style of Suzanne Collins is just great. I like the pace of it. It's not too fast, but not too slow either. Again, the world building is amazing as well. And again, I will not recommend this for anybody under 13. Again, this is just my personal guideline because, you know, of all the violence in here. But other than that, I really liked Mockingjay. It was a great book and a pretty good end to the series. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please make sure to give a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye!